Hey, Internet. So, how are you all? Hope you're all having a great day. Hope that marketing is going well for you. Today I want to talk to you about something a little bit different that is still related to people who market, or certain people who market. As always, I get pretty specific here. Let's say you work with or take care of a sick person. Let's say there's someone in your life, whether in your personal life or at home, well, that's your personal life, or at work, or in some other area where you spend a lot of time, who is sick. And by sick, I don't just mean has the flu or something. I mean someone who has a chronic condition, whether that's an illness or injury that they have to deal with that keeps them, physically challenged or mentally challenged or emotionally challenged, right? Where they have some kind of other situation where their health is not 100%. Okay? And you have the great privilege of helping that person, or maybe it's more than one person. How can you deal with that and at the same time be a successful marketer when you're constantly being distracted by the needs of the sick person or people in your life? Well, I have found that it is entirely possible to compartmentalize. And when I say I found, I mean and what the big data shows is that indeed there are a very large number of people in the marketing space who deal with such a situation. One of the main reasons for that is because, like all people, marketing people are just people, right? We may seem to accomplish great feats occasionally if we happen to be excellent at what we do. That said, we're still just human beings. We're mortal. Our friends and relatives and colleagues are mortal. Everybody's mortal. So we're all subject to these situations. And many of us, if not most of us, if not all of us, at some point will experience an unhealthy situation. And for some people, that becomes or is chronic. In some people's cases, it's from birth. Other people's cases, it's after birth, at some point during their life. But the point is, an incomplete or a less than 100% measurement of health is quite common. And one of the best ways to compartmentalize this that I've discovered through the data, and I won't interject with my personal anecdotes if I know any, because it's not really relevant, or even if it is, it's just an anecdote. But if you look at the big data about this, you'll find that one of the best ways to compartmentalize this that has been demonstrated by a huge number of people in the marketing space is to set aside time between work and between the personal or professional responsibilities of dealing with the sick people that you have to deal with. Now, if those particular people are in your workspace, then you should have a break time on a regular basis that lets your mind refresh, recharge, get back into gear. If those people are in your personal life, same thing. You should have a space or a time when you have just time for yourself, for your mind to refresh and recharge and recover and get back at it in your personal life. If you are in a relationship or relationships where you work with people who are less than healthy, and at the same time those people are also in your personal space, or you just have different people in your work and personal space, or you have when you have that space and time for yourself, it is much more possible for you as a marketer, the data shows, to do your work without a misstep. If you don't have that space, you are much more likely to have any number of missteps that will get in the way of your success. Everything from personal management to professional mismanagement, you name it. So take the time to make that space. It is vital. I cannot emphasize that enough. I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied. I'm on my way. Yes? And it's not worth it. You want to have the space necessary to make the efforts necessary to succeed in your personal and your professional life. And try not to trade one for the other. Try to find a balance of both by making a very specific limitation on, whether it be your work or what have you, so that it does not interfere with your ability to reach the personal goals and the personal necessities that you have to do. Because again, otherwise, what you're left with is a lot of chaos and problems. Stay organized and remember to keep your space free to yourself so that your mind and your body can recharge and recover and get ready for the next round of whatever it takes, because it will always be more challenging than you think. It will always require slightly more effort than you expected. It will always be more demanding than you thought you'd have to give attention to or resources to or whatever it is. So with that, wish you all happy trading, happy marketing, whatever it is you're doing. A good personal life. And we'll see you again in the next one. Cheers.